Let me first introduce myself. I'm Ibrahim. I came from Egypt. I had an idea from like 2 years. My idea was based that we have a challenge in the medical sector in Egypt. It's a random way to do medical checkups and things like this. So the idea was to have some type of record management for the medical records, and have a doctor reservation, have ordering for the medicine. And this is the challenges that's facing any type of patient in Egypt right now. So digital wellness were found on the place. The main mission for us is to do this idea in real, to have a medical solution. This medical solution is digitizing the medical records for the people, okay? This is the team that's working right now over this solution. In the last year, we have a team of 30 people. Most of them are developers, Java developers, okay? Okay. When we did our business analysis, we found that we need to have number of solutions. We need to have a solution for the doctor. I need the doctor to do the visit in the home. I need to have a mobile application to do these visits. This is the first thing that I need in place. The next thing, I need to find where this doctor is from the mobile app. The mobile app displays the doctors, display its locations. Then I do the reservation through the mobile app. The next thing, there is always a challenge that I need a rating for this doctor. So the application itself do this rating by reviews from the people who are using it. Okay? After visiting the doctor, the prescription the doctor writes will do it over the application itself. So I need the prescription to go to the pharmacy. Then I order the medicine, and this medicine is delivered to the patient. Another thing, maybe I need the doctor order a lab checkups or something like this. The application need to handle this. So in the end, I have a full journey. The journey starts by I have a patient who has some complaints, then he go for a doctor. He need to search for the doctor and need to find a good doctor. This doctor can fulfill his needs, have a good reviews, which is some type of authorization for the doctor reservation. The doctor do his work and write the prescription, which go for the pharmacy to order the medicine to the nearest location for this patient. This was the main idea of the product. In the end, what's the gain for the patient or for the client? Our clients will gain that we have a record management or a medical record management, which is something not there in Egypt as I speak. You need to go to the doctor with some documents like this to show him your history and what you are, what things that you are, your history of medication. And I need to digitize this thing. The other thing is we have a problem in ordering the medicine. Sometimes the medicine is not there. So I need to do like search for which pharmacy have this medicine, which the system will solve this problem as well. Okay. When we put all this together, this is the solution I had in place. I found out that I have a patient, which is the main client. The client can do all this stuff. He can do the reservation, he can order the medicine, he can do lab checks, and I have a partner, which is a doctor. Doctors should use the system as a partner for me, or for the application itself. So they need some type of services and marketing and stuff like this. So in the end, our partner will be the pharmacists, the medical labs, the facilitators of the service, and digital agency, because I need to promote the doctors. And this is the solution as a components. When we start our analysis, we found out that we have a huge architecture. This architecture should have an e-commerce solution, should have a record management solution, should have a content management solution, a huge architecture. Doing this at our team will take us a huge time, which is very risky as we are chasing the time. We need to go market. Our time to market is very limited, and we need to be there like in 6 months at most, which is not the case. I need to hire a big team to reach 6 months, or I extend the time to market. I need to find the data, I need to implement the mobile app, I need to have a backend to handle these requests, and in the end, I implement a beta version to show the investors that I'm on track and I am working fine. When you put all these items together, okay, I found out I need to recruit more people, or I ask for extension for the time of the implementation from 6 months to like 2 years, or the scope will be smaller, or I sacrifice some of the features, or I use what's available in the market, or I get a partner to assist me. One of the things that we also is challenging for us as a software house, how to get a partner to do software for us. We are a software house, so how I get a partner? So we go through some type of comparison between what we can do and what's in the market. We go for a comparison between 3 systems. We go a comparison for Odoo, between Odoo, Magento, Zoho, and to implement it at our premises. Those were the 4 systems we go for our comparison. In the end, we go for Odoo. Why? Because of the reviews we have for Odoo. Because we had a market, like a market support in Egypt. We have good partners in Egypt. And here comes LEITH, which we use as a market support for us. LEITH Solution was a good partner. They provide us with a back-end solution. This back-end solution will handle the e-commerce through Odoo, will handle the record management, will handle the CRM, will handle the ticketing system. So the architecture will go like this. The back-end is Odoo. I care for the interfaces, like the mobile app and web interfaces. And in the end, I have end-to-end solution. One of the things we put on our mind that we need to go global, which means we need to go in the Gulf area, not just in Egypt. So LEITH will cover this in this part. They have offices in Saudi Arabia and in Emirates, which will cover us when we go global and will support us. And this is one of the things why we choose LEITH as a partner for doing the implementation. The records, they have 60 consultants who are working worldwide. They have a good technical team who can support us. Also, they are working with a Scrum, which is very effective with our work, not waterfall. And they are certified CMMI in Egypt. And these are the record of the projects that they worked over. I mean by LEITH. I mean all these are the components which we made our choices over it. And those were the partners that they delivered. All these things, when we put them together, we find that we can go for Odoo and we can go for LEITH as a partner to do the implementation. And here comes the action plan. The teams should talk together. We put the architecture. We are not working over the ordinary interface for Odoo. We are working for an API interface. which means that we have to have a full functionality as an APIs, and then the guys at my team in Digital Wellnez or DGWell do the implementation and make the calls and get stuff and display it over the mobile app. This decreases the number to 3 months from like a year and a half to 2 years to go live. This is the details of the roadmap that we go. We do the business analysis with them. We go for Odoo. Then the team talk together. And in the end, which is the case what we are right now, we did the quality assurance and we get the customer acceptance. Those are the components that we covered through Odoo, which is covered most of the components. Here, Doctor Account Management, I go for the CRM, content authorization, which we go for the e-commerce solution. Technical support and call center, we use the ticketing system of Odoo. Okay. Digital marketing, we still doing it. Accounting, we use accounting for Odoo. This was the initial plan, and this is the actual that we have after we go for Odoo, which increase the delivery time by that much. But this is the mobile app. It looks like this. The user does the login. He writes his username and password. It is a bilingual, of course, because we need to cover Arabic. So we can go for Arabic or can go for English. Here I can find the e-commerce, which I'm getting from Odoo. I do the search for the doctor, and I do the search for the doctors, and this is the list of the doctors in the system. When I do the search, I found a ticket for each doctor. I can filter the search. And in the end, I found that a doctor who is qualified to do my things. I do the reservation. And I can give him a love or a like, which raises his rating. Okay. And this is the pharmacy, or the ordering the medicine. Again, here is the e-commerce part, which we get from Odoo through our APIs. Either I select things from the shelf, or I photocopy the prescription and select what I need from the medicines, and I do my order. And in the end, this order is go for the ticketing system to be fulfilled. And this is the doctor app, which is the back end of the system, which is used by our partners. Our partners need to do some type of registration, put the certificate, and do the payment because our partner is paying for their service. And he can manage his calendar and stuff like this. Okay. I'm done from my presentation, but I need to recap what I have just told you. We have a rescue mission, or LEITH thankfully gave us a rescue mission, which is rescue our project from 2 years to 6 months, and we managed to go live because of two things. We choose a good e-commerce system, which is Odoo, through a good partner, which LEITH, to implement our idea to go live. I'm ready for questions.
Did you cut a lot of your wants when you choose between firstly you start to develop in-house, custom development?
Yes.
And then you choose a tool that you need to adjust, and you cut a lot of your needs and wants by choosing one?
Yes. So at the point that we did our comparison of it, were a very big list. I will record some of them. First thing, we look for an open source application, we choose between open source and stuff like Oracle and SAP, which is very expensive and hard to manage and hard to change. So we go for open source. We start our search open source or in-house. The guys in the team were in favor of doing it in-house because they are developers in the end and think that nobody is doing it better than them. So when we did our exercise, our homework, and do the pointing system, we found that we can compare against Magento, Zoho, and Odoo. Things like the features, the reliability, because we think that this product will go huge because it's the first solution in Egypt. Egypt, I'm speaking about like 100 million people of population. If I go for just Cairo, it's 30 million, so it will go big. So I need a very stable system to rely over it. So this is one of the things we chose our application or backend over it. The stability, the versions or the continuity of or more features are getting the easiness of getting a license for users and stuff like this. I'm doing a mix between enterprise and between community users. So this mix was not given by the other applications. I mean other backend e-commerce, Magento and Zoho. So we go for by this pointing system. Does this answer you?
More or less. I was curious about the features that you start with in your mind when you start your business plan. And you end up with probably less features. You cut some features in order to squeeze your business idea into the Odoo.
We didn't go for squeezing any of the scope.
Okay.
We have an MVP features that we should have, and our investor was not to sacrifice any of the features.
Okay.
So we go for all the features. They were very aggressive with us and refused to give us no time, and you need to go for all the features. So we didn't sacrifice any of the features. Okay.
Did you customize Odoo?
We customize Odoo from our side. The only customization from my side was for the APIs. We go for REST APIs. We could work with it, but in the end, maybe Mustafa, you can explain this better.
Yeah,
Mustafa is our Odoo partner, who is LEITH representative. So we can answer this better.
We use the Odoo as a backend and customize only the e-commerce and the web to make the features integrate with the API for the applications mobile app.
Okay.
I have another question. Is everything run on one Odoo server?
Everything on?
On one Odoo server.
Can you? Architecture or the system architecture is
we put the system in one server, cloud server, and we make connector between our application and the mobile app for one server.
One server.
Yeah.
I guess that this architecture, this system architecture, I'm not sure that they are the guys and they are the expert, but I believe that when we go big, maybe we do some type of replication, or I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes, they do it better. But in the current phase, we just go for this mono thing.
How many users?
Right now, we start by 20 users, but these 20 users are not representing the real system because I have a huge base. So it is just the link between Odoo and our application. So right now it is 20. Maybe when we go for more tickets, and I'm planning to have a call center and getting tickets and stuff like this to serve the. I believe that we will enlarge my users.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? So thank you.